Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be learning how to draft a basic bodice. So if that's something you're interested on, keep on watching. Welcome once again to my channel. So the first thing I'm going to be doing on my pattern paper is to rule out a straight line, and this will help serve as a guide to make your work straight and neat. Then afterwards I will be marking my half length. The half length I'm working with is 17 inches. But because the method I'm using to draft this basic bodice is called the bust dart method, we are going to be inputting the bust dart. So your front half length is different from the back half length. And getting the bust dart can vary in people's sizes. For some people, it is 1 inch. For some, it can be 1.5, and some can be 2 inches, as the case may be. Then afterwards, I will input the shoulder measurement, half of it, and I'll also add half inch as the sewing allowance. From that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I will slant it into the neckline. Then also I'll divide my bust, my round bust, by 6, and I will add 1.5 inches. This will help to get the armhole length, and I will input what I got. Then now I'll try to remeasure everything I got from that shoulder measurement and input it on this point of the armhole length. This way it will help the armhole length to be straight, because at times it can be deceiving. You think your point is straight and there should be a little slant or a little shift of the tape rule. Then afterwards I'll divide my bust into 4, and I will mark what I got, and this will serve as a guide for me to know where the armhole curve will stop. Afterwards, I will divide the armhole length by 2. On the point, I'll come in by half inch. Using my straight ruler, I'll connect it to the shoulder point, and using my curved ruler, I'll connect it to the point where my bust divided by 4 stopped at. And this way we'll get a perfect armhole curve. And now I'll be imputing my vertical measurement, which is the bust point, the under bust point, and I will try to rule them out. So if you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Do not forget to also subscribe, comment, like my post. Now I'll also label what I have ruled out: the bust point, the under bust, and the half length, also known as the waistline. The next thing for me to do is to divide my bust span into 2 to get the dart measurement, and I'll rule a straight line like so. So this will serve us as a guide. You can see I ruled everything into the bust point, the under bust, and the half length. To get the dart, I'll be making use of a dart of 1.5 inches. One thing about that is that the bigger the dart, the more snatch the waist will be. So there's nothing like limiting you to only 1 inch. You can use 1.5, you can use 2 inches for your dart. So I'm making use of 1.5 inch, and I've connected it to the bust point. Also, for the dart, for this video, I chose to roll it straight into the bust point. But you can also come down by 1 inch from your bust point to rule your dart. Anyhow you want it, it will still give you a perfect result. Then I'll be inputting the neck width of 3 inches and the neck depth of 3 inches. This is just for a basic neckline, and this cannot work for a plus size. If it is a plus size, not like a fat person, once the person has a thick neck, 3.5 by 3.5 at least should be used. Afterwards, I will divide my bust by 4 and input it. Then also my waist by 4, and I will input it. And I will also return the dart intake, that 1.5 inch. After you've divided your waist by 4, you have to return the dart intake to avoid shortage. Now for the bust dart is being taken between the bust point and the under bust point. That's the reason why we have an under bust line there. And to know the amount of inches you are going to be using to take your dart, you are going to subtract whatever you get after measuring your front half length from what you got after measuring your back half length. So the result is what you use in taking that dart. My front half length was 17 inches and the back half length was 15 inches. So that's what I used in taking the dart intake, and I ruled it straight into the bust point, as you can see. Then now we are going to be cutting. And before we can cut through, I have to close the bust dart. And to do that, you will open your waist dart using the dart line as a guide, like so. And this way, I'll be able to close the bust dart. Please just look at the way I'm doing it, in case if this is like something new to you or you don't know how to go about it. So I'll take my time to fold in the bust dart this way. Also, if there's shift in the line, just blend it with your ruler into the bust area. And you can notice that there is an extension around the waist dart, like the waist dart has become more wider. So you can use your sellotape to secure the bust dart that was closed, and after we are going to be cutting through the lines. So please watch closely the way I cut it through the body, the armhole, the shoulder slope, and also the neckline. So here is our front pattern, and you can see how beautiful it came out. So to cut the back pattern, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to rule out our starting line. And now I'm going to be imputing my zipper allowance. So I'm making use of 1.5 inch as my zipper allowance, and I will connect the dots together. So this is a temporary line because we are going to be contouring the back zipper. If you've been watching my video, you know I contour my back zipper a lot. Afterwards, I am going to impute my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I'll add half inch sewing allowance. From the point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and I will rule it into the neckline. Then afterwards, whatever you got for your armhole length at the front, you input it at the back also. And to get a perfect line, you re-measure your shoulder measurement and input it on that point where the armhole length is. This will serve as a guide for you to get a straight line, and then I will rule. Afterwards, I'll divide by my bust by 4, and I will mark it and connect it into the armhole length. This way it will help me to get my armhole curve. I'll make a curve like so into the armhole length, and we've gotten the armhole curve. Now for my neckline, I'll mark 3 inches for the neck width and 2 inches for the neck depth, and I'll try to create my neckline like so. So this is just a basic neckline. You can always make a neckline of your choice, and I'll connect it to the zipper line. I will input my half length. Remember I said the front half length is different from the back. So now my back half length is 15 inches, unlike the front that is 17 inches. You will see that they will also rhyme together. Now also I'll be marking my chest line. The chest line automatically is where the armhole length stops. So this is me marking my chest line, as you can see, and labeling the half length also. And now the next thing for me to do is to take my zipper contouring. So this formula explains better on different measurements for zipper bulge. So I'll be making use of 0.75 for my zipper bulge, and I will rule it as far as my ruler can go. Remember, our back is not straight. If you notice, there's a deep line in the back, and this will help you to take away all those bulge, all those things that is to show like zipper galloping at the back. Afterwards, I will impute my dart from this new zipper bulge line. So if I impute the same 4 inches on this other part of the chest line, the line is going to be slanted. Though the bulge has been taken, but you still need your dart to be straight. So what you are going to do is from this former zipper line, you will measure the overall you got, and you will now impute it on the chest line using that former line as a guide. So this way it will help you to have a straight line. I hope you understand what I did here. If you don't understand, please ask questions. Then afterwards, I'll take my dart intake of 1 inch. You can do more than 1 inch. You can do 2 inches. You can do 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect it straight into the chest line. Remember, the back dart is always longer than the front. That's why it always leads into the chest line. And now I'm going to be imputing my round body measurement from this new zipper bulge line. So I will impute my round bust divided by 4, and I'll also impute my round waist divided by 4, and I'll take the dart intake and return it back, and I'm going to connect like so. And now the last thing for us to do is to return our zipper measurement. So I'm going to be returning the 1.5 inches for us to have a new zipper measurement. So this is me trying to create a new zipper allowance for ourselves. So the back bodice is ready. You can choose to add your allowance, or you should add it when you are placing your fabric on the, or your paper on the fabric. And now I'm going to be cutting it. So please watch closely the way I'm cutting it. If you have any question, do not hesitate to ask in the comment section. I will surely answer you. And also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and also share to your loved ones so they can enjoy this knowledge together. Now I am placing the paper side by side for you to be able to see that they also blend after everything. So that's one of the beauty of bust dart. And when you sew this, it will come out beautifully well on the body, as in this is tested and trusted. So thank you so much for watching my video. See you in my next one, and till then, keep winning.